Hi everyone, this is your girl Ish. I'm here with my very first video that I am excited about to post on here. And what I want to bring to you guys' attention is that yes, I am joining the military and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. But what I want to bring to you guys' attention is what materials did I use to actually prep me to pass the ASVAB test. So I want to say back in my sophomore or junior year in high school, I decided to take my ASVAB test, in school. And for some reason, I just couldn't pass the ASVAB test. I just couldn't. I don't care what materials that I used. Websites, books from the library, apps. I just couldn't pass the freaking test. I just could not pass the ASVAB test for some reason. I just could not. So, right after I graduated from high school, I decided to give up. I said, you know what? This ain't for me. I don't know what to do. I'm just going to call it a quit. So, back in April 2018, I decided to, do some researching on Google, YouTube, Facebook, whatever. And when I was on YouTube, I'm like, there has got to be some kind of tutor out there, whether it's for free or whether it's at a certain cost. It just didn't matter because I felt like I needed a tutor at that time. So when I was on YouTube, I came across this girl YouTube channel, and she mentioned about this guy named Andy Smith. So I decided to look into it. So I did my research, and I reached out to Mr. Andy at the time. So I signed up for the class. And once I signed up for the class, I had to wait for my book to come in. And once I got my book, I decided to see what all the gimmick and what was the hype about. Y'all, when I got my book, I was like, okay, this is crunch time. This is serious. This is about business. Like, it's time for me to pass this test. It's time for me to pass this ASVAB test. And that's what I'm going to do. So when you guys get the book, it will say ASVAB training manual. Andy's ASVAB class study book, 6th edition. At that time, back in 2018, I received the 5th edition book, which I don't have with me right now. So this is the latest version that's out that I have right now, and I'm quite sure he's still on the same edition as well. But if you guys are looking forward to sign up for his class, the website you can contact him is www.andysasvabclass, and his name is Andy Smith. Let me tell y'all, this is the Holy Bible, a gift from God, and it's amazing. At that time when I ordered and I signed up for his class, I threw all my ASVAB books out. I figured I didn't need those materials at all, whatsoever. Everything in this book is based from the ASVAB. Okay? In this book, it explains arithmetic reasoning, paragraph comprehension, math knowledge, and vocabulary. Those are the 4 main parts that it talks about in this book. And really all you need is to pass those 4 parts, and that's what's going to get you to get into the military. The other parts are pretty much you're going to, based on what kind of job you qualify for. But let me tell y'all, everything from this book is on the ASVAB test. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's on the ASVAB test. It's not word from word, but it's similar. The problems that he have in this book, it's similar on the ASVAB test. For my arithmetic reasoning, like word problems, y'all, let me tell you what. I could not do word problems back then. I struggled. I hated word problems because you didn't know whether to multiply, divide, subtract, add, or hell, you could be doing all of them at the same time in that 2 or 3 sentences. But let me tell you guys, if you follow the rules and steps and study the main problem solvers from that book, the arithmetic reasoning main subjects that's part of the ASVAB test that you will get on your test, you will pass your ASVAB. You will pass your ASVAB test. And another thing too, which was the math knowledge portion, is what I loved about that. It's simple, basic math. I want to say maybe middle school or high school math, but it's basic, easy. Once you get the concept of it, you'll be like doing it just like that off the top of your head. There were times where I was in the pumping gas or in a grocery store shopping or waiting in line for something or at work. I would just pull my phone out, try to do some problems, and go from there. If I didn't have my book with me, I was on my phone. Oh, another thing too, what you guys can do. If you don't have your book with you, you can actually go online, which is Andy's ASVAB class. You can Google that up. And like I said, the class, it's 7 days a week. You get a 12 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and 8 o'clock class. That's Eastern time. But people all over the world signs up for this man class. Like if you guys are very serious and, want to dedicate yourself to passing the ASVAB test and join the military, this is the Holy Bible, the gift from God, Mr. Andy's. Like everything, I can't thank this man enough for helping me to pass the ASVAB test. And another good foundation about that class, you can get study partners, whatever your zone time is, you can get study partners to help you out, which is very helpful. You have people in the group that struggles. You have some people in the group that advance and more welcome to help people out. It's just everybody's out for the same thing. Everybody is in that group is to pass the ASVAB test. And everybody worked together as a team player, which is really good. So that was one beneficial thing that I got out from, taking this class. Mr. Andy, whenever he would teach his class, he would try his best to go over materials, especially if that you're struggling with stuff. He would send you little practice stuff, or you can actually go on his webpage and, watch a couple of videos. If you miss, class, if you're at work, you can watch the recorded videos that's on the website, which is very helpful to me and other people. Also, like I said, there's a lot of beneficial things from that website and, just being in the class period. Like I said, I've been in the class. I know this may sound crazy, but I've been in the class for 2 years. And I took my ASVAB test back in March of this year, March 2020. Took my ASVAB test and I increased my score 44 points. And in this class, you are guaranteed to go 40 points or higher when you take the ASVAB test. So once again, if you guys are very, serious into passing the ASVAB test and looking forward to, you know, what material, study material to use. I highly recommend Mr. Annie's ASVAB class. Highly recommend it. And like I said, Mr. Annie, I can't thank you enough. You have helped me out so much to get me to where I wanted to be and to be able to look into my future and see what's ahead of me for what I have set up for as a career and for my life. Like I said, I can't thank you enough. Thank you for being a strong person and to be able to help share, you know, with people on what materials to use to actually help you, help people to pass the ASVAB test. Especially there's a lot of people out there struggles. And I know, you know, Mr. Annie, he's a go-getter. Gosh, I love that guy. He's very funny, very confident guy. He knows his stuff. Like, he's very smart at what he knows. And he's not going to misguide you on anything off from the ASVAB test. If this guy tells you from this book what all is going to be on this test, he's not going to sugarcoat nothing. Everything in his book is willing to guarantee to come across your ASVAB test. So like I said, if you guys are very interested in joining and signing up for his class is only $145, which is some good sources. You can get some definitely good information from out of his class. Yes, it's $145. You get 3 classes out of a day, which is a 12, 5 o'clock, and an 8 o'clock class, 7 days a week. And like I said, yes, it took me a little longer to pass the ASVAB test, but I want to make sure that I know the rules and steps. And that's what he kind of explains so much. If you guys write down your math, write down the problems or what's going to be on your ASVAB test. As soon as you're going to take your ASVAB test, this is what I did. Before I sat down, when I went to go take my ASVAB test, I jot down information on a scratch sheet of paper, because they only give you 1 sheet of paper to work with when you're sitting down to take the ASVAB test. And I just wrote down like my rules and steps. And when I came across a problem, my arithmetic and my math knowledge part on the ASVAB test, when I came across those 2 math portions of the test, I'm telling you guys, it was an easy breezy thing for me because I knew the stuff. I knew the stuff 100% sure. I didn't struggle. I didn't hesitate on anything on my ASVAB test. He have made it so much easier for me to be able to pass my ASVAB test. And like I said, I can't thank this guy I can thank him so much to where he has helped show the light to me to be able to pass the test. And like I said, thank you, Mr. Andy. I love you. Keep doing what you're doing. And it's good to see that you're actually helping people, especially a person like me who was down here and made my way up here to be able to pass the ASVAB test. Like I said, love you. You guys, please take this guy class serious if you really want to pass the ASVAB test and join the military. Like I said, it benefit me a lot as well. And like I said, I can't thank the man enough. Mr. Annie, keep doing what you're doing. God bless you. Love you.